fields were just mowed yesterday, so this is the upper lot. Then you've got this grouping of trees that could be cut. This is looking south. This is the location where the current owner was planning on building a house. So there's Cutler Road right there.
It's too much grass.
We're trying to do a drone picture here. So you've got all these trees that are going to keep you private from Cutler Road. There's only 2 other houses on this road. These are 15 acre lot minimum. So you can see, if you look way down there, I'll zoom in. The green grass is the next door neighbor's property. That's the old farmhouse down there. You can see where their septic pipe is. So that is the next lot. So I think there's over 200 feet on the upper part of Truesbrook Road. Oh, we got a drone in the air. We're going to get some video above the trees for people, because people want to know if there's a view. There's a local view.
Kind of a high house.
So right here, I'd cut those trees because that goes downhill to the next open field, and you could have a walkout basement. I wouldn't cut all of them because there's some beautiful old trees in here. There's a couple of maples that are just spectacular that I've seen. So I'm gonna go down. I think she cut the second field also. This is a perfect day to take video of this property because the fields have been cut and she cut all the paths, so I don't have to walk through the grass like I've been doing for the past 2 weeks when I've been showing this over and over and over again. So we'll go over here. So this will take us down. So you can see we're walking downhill. It's all nicely cut. It's really nice. I love it. She does allow the snowmobilers to come and use this trail because the snowmobile trail comes across the bridge. They come up this side of the property and get on the snowmobile trail that's on the other side of Cutler Road. So also in the summertime, that's a great trail for hiking or biking or horseback riding. So the second field is here and it has been cut. Oh, this is so much easier than yesterday. So here's your second field. You can see. So we came downhill, as you saw. So having a house right in those trees, and then I'll turn around and show you where we'll be heading. So you'd have a local view of the mountain across the Truesbrook. That oak tree right there is pretty spectacular, and in the past 10 years, you can see the little trees that are grown up around it. The owner has been cutting those, and they just keep coming back, obviously poplar and whatnot. But I'd cut all those down again because that oak is pretty magnificent. It's a pretty beautiful, very beautiful tree. So this would be the second open field, and it goes way over there. So where you see the pines over there, that's the property that is behind the house. So when they subdivided this property years ago, they subdivided it very nicely. The pines stayed with the house because that's a very steep area of woods. The open fields were all sold together. So if you kept that big tree right there and took out a couple of these smaller trees to put your house on, you're going to have a pretty nice view of these local mountains right here. And if we go over this way, probably should have worn my boots today instead of sandals. But if we go this way, you're looking south towards Meriden. So that's a pretty nice mountain view over there. We've got one more trail that takes us down to the last field, which is right over here. I love the fact that this has all been cut. It's wonderful. It was up past my knees the last couple times I've been here. It makes it so much easier to hike, even in sandals. So you can see it's pretty steep through here, but so you can see the lower pasture. So we'll go down. Now the thing about the lower pasture is you have the lower pasture, and then beyond the lower pasture is another pasture that was cut yesterday. And so this property goes all the way behind the neighbor on the Lebanon side, who owns all the road frontage on the other side of the Trues Brook. He has 7.5 acres, I think. And so this property owns over 3,000 feet on the brook. He owns the Trues Brook, the road side of the Trues Brook, all the way to his property. So here we have, this is the lowest pasture. So there's the opening. The bridge to the property is right over past that little tractor. Obviously, that's the Trues Brook behind those bushes. This is all part of the property. That opening way down there is part of the lower field and where the old barn used to be. Beyond that is an opening that takes you to the lower field, is what we call it. So, absolutely gorgeous piece of land. And even down here, when these leaf trees all go away in the fall, you're going to have really nice local views. When these leaf trees go to color in October, this is like the most magnificent color I've seen with all these different trees. So I came today because I knew they had done all the mowing, and I wanted everyone to see how beautiful this piece of property is. And we'll walk out to the Trues Brook. There's a couple of different spaces way down at the end of the field by the old barn site where it's cleared down to the Trues Brook, and there's some pools down there that are absolutely beautiful, and rocks. The brook is low right now, but not too bad. You've still got some water running. The spring, it runs pretty fast. This property across the street is owned by an abutter on Porter Road, so he's not interested in doing anything there. This is your road frontage, and again, this is the lower field entrance on Cutler Road in Plainfield.